From K2 News, this is breaking news.
Thanks so much for joining us for this digital edition of K2 News, everyone. I'm Barry Mangold. We do begin with breaking news. The FBI right now is investigating what it's calling an attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump. A gunman is in custody after allegedly firing shots at Donald Trump's golf course where the former president was playing in West Palm Beach, Florida. Both a spokesperson for the former president and Trump himself say he is safe tonight. A Secret Service source told ABC News a suspect was spotted on the periphery of the Trump International Golf Course with a high-powered rifle. Secret Service agents fired and the suspect dropped the gun and fled. That's according to a senior law enforcement officer there. The ABC source said the suspect got into a vehicle and witnesses reported the license plate number, which was then tracked by authorities. That person was stopped and then taken into custody. A senior law enforcement source said that the suspect appeared to be aiming what they called an assault-style rifle. A source who spoke with Trump shortly after that incident told ABC News that Trump said he was near the fifth hole when he heard popping sounds in the vicinity. Secret Service said that the shots were fired just before 11 a.m. Pacific time.
In the bushes where this guy was is an AK-47 style rifle with a scope, 2 backpacks which were hung on the fence that had ceramic tile in them, and a GoPro, which he was going to take pictures of.
The Secret Service said it is working in conjunction with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office to investigate this. President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris were briefed on the security incident, according to a statement from the White House. And back to that suspect now in custody, here are a few more details we're learning tonight. The Martin County Sheriff's Office says it pulled over a vehicle shortly after reports of gunfire. The Sheriff's Office described the suspect this way, as, quote, believed to be connected to that incident. This photo captures the moment that the car was pulled over.
The suspect's demeanor I would describe as having a relatively calm, flat affect. Was not displaying a lot of emotion. Never asked what is this about. Obviously, law enforcement with long rifles, blue lights, a lot going on, never questioned it.
We are still waiting on more details about that suspect. This is, of course, a developing story. We'll be sure to keep you posted. Looking ahead now to tomorrow, the Beaverton man accused of killing his neighbor, 32-year-old Melissa Juain, will be back in court for a probable cause preliminary hearing. Bryce Schubert has not yet entered a plea for the 3 charges he faces. Those are second-degree murder, kidnapping, and second-degree abuse of a corpse. And this case started back on September 4th when co-workers reported Juain missing when she didn't show up for work at Providence St. Vincent Hospital. For days, community members formed search parties to look for Juain, who had just gotten married at the end of August. Then, early in the morning on September 7th, police announced they found her remains and arrested Schubert. Days later, the 27-year-old suspect appeared in court for the first time. Prosecutors have not yet released where police found Juain's body or what led up to her alleged killing. We hope to get answers to those questions tomorrow afternoon in court.
While crime is down in the city, one of the areas we also want to focus on is that fear of crime. So when people feel safe, they're more inclined to come downtown or to come to areas of Portland.
Portland Police unveiling a new mobile precinct unit. This is the RV-style vehicle that the Bureau uses for major crimes and other large or significant incidents. The new mobile precinct cost the city just over $800,000, and it will replace the current 30-year-old model.
So what we're going to do is strategically use this mobile precinct and have it in areas where we may be seeing a disproportionate increase in crime and try to have officers work out of these units and bring a presence to an area.
Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler also announced the city is adding resources to improve safety and cleanliness in Old Town. He said police officers are increasing foot and bike officer patrols and that officers will start staffing a satellite office at Northwest 3rd and Davis. Wheeler also said the city is contracted with multiple companies, including private security firms, to patrol the area, and downtown Portland Clean and Safe to help remove graffiti and pick up trash. The city has also made some other additions to improve Old Town, according to the mayor. Take a listen.
We've increased tree lighting. We also have more designated public plazas. So that will create more activity as well as more public safety in our community.
Mayor Wheeler unveiled those changes coming to Old Town at Lan Su Chinese Garden, which just celebrated its 24th anniversary of opening in Portland. This is new at 5. Firefighters say a neighbor's quick action helped save their wheelchair-bound neighbor from a house fire. Around 10:30 this morning, Hillsborough Fire responded to Southeast Creek Court off of River Road. They say a neighbor called 911 after noticing smoke coming from the house and then helped rescue that neighbor who was sleeping inside at the time. Firefighters knocked down the one-alarm fire and rescued 4 dogs and 1 cat from the property. Everyone made it out unharmed. Hillsborough Fire says a failed electrical outlet in the kitchen caused it, and it's reminding everyone tonight to make sure that you have working smoke alarms inside your home. And we are learning more about who was involved in a deadly police shooting south of Salem that ended with a suspect dead. The Lynn County Sheriff's Office says it started with a report of a pedestrian hit and run just before 1 o'clock yesterday morning near Scioto. Shortly after that, deputies say they found the suspect here on Shamanic Bridge Drive, just off of Richard Gap Road, as seen on this map. And according to OSP, 46-year-old David Tyler was armed inside the car and fired off 1 shot. The regional SWAT team then responded, and there was a standoff. OSP says Tyler pointed his gun at officers, and then a Benton County deputy, Sergeant Daniel Ball, shot and killed Tyler. Now, Oregon State Police are still investigating. Switching gears now to Storm Tracker 2 weather coverage. We have been feeling really fantastic across Portland. I know that we saw a lot of rain yesterday, but it's really feeling like fall. You're tracking more rain, Allison, but it's really perfect outside right now.
Yes, over towards the west, it's looking really nice.
Right.
There's a bit of cloud cover, but overall staying dry. Over towards the east, a completely different story. So we'll look at the radar in just a second. But temperatures outside are going to stay in those 60s for Portland area, getting close to the 70s, 65 in Portland, 70 in Salem, 70 in Eugene as well. In the 60s over in Pendleton, 67, 50s for LeGrand, and we're not even in the 50s over towards the coast, but we'll be there later on this evening as overnight lows dip down into the 50s and the 40s. A look outside, visit Hood River camera, beautiful out there, lots of blue skies, just a few clouds, 64 there. The Stoller Family Estate camera looking a little bit different, a lot of cloud cover, overcast skies, 66 in Dayton, and then the standard camera showing downtown Portland 65, lots of cloud cover again. The other difference is over towards the east, we are dealing with some of those showers. So here's a look at the radar. Over the past several hours, those showers have moved through the area over towards Government Camp. We're seeing dry skies right now, but closer to the Pendleton area, there were some of those showers out there. Right now, look at Portland, not dealing with too much. We're going to see a lot of dry skies, really not even seeing a lot of rainfall for the totals over the last 24 hours, less than 1/10 of an inch. Now, as we get closer to Tuesday and Wednesday, that's when we'll see more rainfall in the forecast, but likely to be below 1/2 inch going into Wednesday afternoon. Tuesday is really the day we're going to see a lot of rain, and then Wednesday, just a few showers in the morning. Thursday, we are drying out. Now, I want to talk about the hour by hour because we still have some of those showers over towards the east from Burns, Baker City, LeGrand. This is all pretty light, just a few of those heavier downpours in there as well. So we go overnight, still showers over towards the east. We start to dry out just a little bit, but not clear out. Still seeing a bit of cloud cover out there. But Monday, as the day rolls on, we're looking over towards the east because we have some showers and thunderstorms going to move into the area for Baker City, LeGrand, even going down to Burns. They stay over to the south as we go later on Monday into early Tuesday. And then Tuesday morning into the afternoon, we're dealing with showers that are going to move onshore into the Portland area, and then still some showers over to Baker City and LeGrand. Tuesday afternoon, still pretty rainy for most of the state. And then as we get into Wednesday, some chances for showers still stick around. On Thursday, drying out, and we're staying dry as we go into Friday. There is a chance for showers into the weekend, but it's still a little bit far out. The other thing about tonight, temperatures are back down into the 50s, 52 for your overnight low, a bit of clear skies in the Portland area, but we could see the northern lights tonight. So geomagnetic storm at a level 3, so that's giving us a better look in Washington and even getting closer to Oregon. So Portland and Pendleton, maybe even Hood River, are possibly going to see some of those northern lights tonight, but it's a little bit of a lower chance compared to up in northern Washington. Overnight lows along the coast in the 40s. Tillamook should be in the 60s tomorrow, 68 in Lincoln City. As for the valley, temperatures are warming up right around average, 79 in Troutdale, 78 in Aurora, 79 in Salem. Salem, a little bit cooler at 75 in Longview. As we get into the Cascades and the Gorge, 79 in Hood River, 80s for the Dalles, and the 60s for Government Camp. And then a look at the Pendleton area. Our temperatures should be sitting in those lower 70s, 73 in Pendleton, 73 over in Baker City, and a little bit cooler in the 60s for Bend. Look at the full 7-day forecast, much cooler this week. Tomorrow's going to be the only day that we're feeling a little bit like summer in the 70s, but 62 on Tuesday, lots of cloud cover. We should see the 70s on Wednesday. Thursday, 72, same thing for Friday, and then those chances for showers could be back for Saturday and Sunday.
All right, sounds good, Allison. Thank you.
This is the Xfinity Sports Zone on K2 News.
Well, it is one of the oldest rivalries in all of college football. The Ducks and Beavers meeting in Corvallis this weekend for their 128th matchup. Sports Director Tyree Smith has a recap of the Ducks' dominant performance.
Research Stadium, home of 2024 rivalry. Ducks, Beavers, one problem, only one winner. So let's ask fans before the game what they think and how they think it's going to go down.
Oh, it's Beavers all day, baby.
Why is that?
Beavers, cause we're here at home. We got Beaver Nation representing. It's an orange out.
Oregon Ducks.
Why is that?
Oregon Ducks. We got Tez Johnson.
Okay.
Ferguson. Dylan Gabriel.
All I'm saying is if the Beavs win, he's got a lot going on for him. That's all I got to say.
You got the answer. All right. Now let's get to the show. The rivalry episode of Oregon Ducks versus Oregon State Beavers, renewed in September, this time at Research Stadium, which was also the last time Beavers beat Oregon. First quarter action in Oregon's rushing attack with the first blow. Jordan James gives the Ducks a 7-point lead. Following drive for the Beavers, they respond with Colorado transfer running back Anthony Hankerson for a tied game. Second quarter, and Heisman hopeful Dylan Gabriel dashed to the left side for a 55-yard house call to silence the home crowd of over 38,000. Ducks convert the 2-point conversion for an 8-point lead. Follow that drive up with a Trayshawn Holden receiving touchdown with 6 minutes left in the first half. Beavers Hankerson able to plunge through the middle for 6. 22-14 at halftime didn't last long because Oregon's offense was clicking on all cylinders. And running back Noah Whittington got his 6th piece of the game. And Ducks' recent offensive struggles seem to be a thing of the past as they get almost 600 total offensive yards to get the rivalry road win 49-14, the first for Oregon and Corvallis since 2018.
It takes care of itself if you do your job, right? And obviously we could be better. And what I'm more impressed with or proud of is that our guys able to go figure out what we need to improve in doing that, right? And I thought that showed up this week more than anything. We could care less about what everybody else thinks. As long as we continue to do our job, the rest takes care of itself.
I think what's going to better us the most is just learning how to battle adversity. They made a lot of plays, and we weren't at some times, but we just all got to stay level-headed, keep leaning on each other and trying to make plays and even out the score or just do what we got to do to create energy as a team.
Now Beavers will try to get back on track next week when they host Purdue here at Research Stadium. And then the Ducks, they'll be off for a week before they head to Los Angeles to take on UCLA September 28th. But from Research Stadium, Tyree Smith, K2 Sports.
All right, Tyree, thank you. In some other news now, the original peace ship, the Golden Rule sailboat, docked at the Vancouver waterfront. This comes as the Vancouver Peace and Justice Fair wrapped up yesterday. The fair showcased the hard work from social justice groups, peace organizations, and environmental activists. There were many opportunities to network with other groups, recruit supporters, and educate the community. Plus, OMSI Science Week has ended and is closing the festivities with a 2-day science festival. Today there was fun with fossils, volunteers drawing dinosaurs and prehistoric animals. Tomorrow there will be lots of rocks and volunteers. That was today actually, with all things geology.
We've taken over the entire museum, both inside and out. We've got all of our halls have been filled with vendors and various other organizations. Our back plaza, the front plaza. We've even commandeered the Esplanade right in front of the museum with a few vendors and food trucks.
And at least 1,000 people attended this weekend, if not much more. Science Week was filled with 5 days of events, plenty of workshops, tours, lectures, and lots of celebrations for STEM education. Scientists, engineers, and innovators all took the science stage. And that's it for this digital edition of K2 News at 5. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to be back on tonight at 11 after the Academy Awards. We'll see you then. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Good night.